So I initially was going to, use, oh, so it's not that far. I mean, this is in, this is in there. In front of it. Oh, look. Yeah, okay. Just needs a little popping. Okay. Let me go save it. And then, you can hit a little rotate. That's going to feel weird. Oh, no, no, no. That's right. Okay. Is it a panel? Not quite a panel. So, no, we need for the people who are we only have three. It's a couple of little things. No? This is hold on. Mine was the Billy, and it's only possible here over here. Shout out to Sugar Queen and Cotton. Kristen is also part owner of House of Gold, and she is allowed me to be in the space so that we can have dope Black discussions about dope Black things. Tonight's conversation is more than a Black thing, but we're gonna do it in the Black lenses, if you will. All right, so thank you guys. This is the Mind of a Man. Mind of a Man, love, dating, and relationships. So this came just out of regular life, living, being a woman, looking for Mr. Right and all of the things, and just being like, okay, well, what's going on in their heads? And it's something that we can just ask, and maybe they can just tell us.
Drew got all the answers. Yup.
There we go.
I'm gonna defer to Drew every time.
I didn't even defer to you yet. So let me introduce the catalyst that we have here this evening. So let's start to my left.
Greetings, Andrew Bennett. Would like full intro.
Go for it.
Andrew Bennett from Brooklyn. I go by Drew. Brooklyn born and raised. I'm an educator, 9 to 5. A few entrepreneurial things on the side. Youngest of 3 children.
Okay. Thank you.
Single. Happy to share my perspective.
Nice. The relationship status is helpful. So thank you, Drew. Next up, Mr. Oliver Luke.
Yeah, man. All right, it's me, Oliver Luke, up in Brooklyn, Crown Heights. I love tequila, and I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
May Taurus to be exact. I do everything. I'm outside. I love my Black people. I'm a host, moderator, model, king of boldness, and I'm gonna just live my life.
It's like it's golden. Do it. Thank you, Oliver. Shout out to Oliver Luke.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Fox, host of Fox's Bar, the YouTube show where we talk about cocktails and cocktail history. It's like reading Rainbow for alcoholics, so give it a try. Currently, I'm the head bartender and manager at Rustic Tavern. I work in beer sales as a sales rep. I'm here to talk about love, dating, relationships, and I finally figured it out, so I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah.
You got one. Living for you, brother.
Love it.
I got it.
And this man right here, he's not an official catalyst. He ain't want to do the team stuff. That was the seat you chose, and I let you have it.
I was told to sit there.
Jeff?
My name is Jeff Bartholomew. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, I'm in digital marketing. A few entrepreneurial stuff on the side as well. Work with Kristen closely for many years. Worked with Illy for a couple projects as well.
You also my kid's fucking godfather.
I'm also a kid's
I was like, ready.
And yeah, that's it. I'm here because I didn't know I was supposed to be here. But
You knew that you, whatever.
Welcome.
Thank you, Jeff, for your presence.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for filling the seat.
Thank you for filling the seat. Welcome.
Hello.
We got some more seats over here, so don't afraid to cut across.
Pull up.
Come on, pull up.
I'm kind of sitting for that.
Actually,
It's a circle.
wow, Shy needs a seat.
Shot, actually, sit right there. No.
Yo, take my seat.
No, sit right there. No. You and Trey share the seat. Thank you, Shot. Y'all gonna make this such a fun experience. Actually, Mayor Cheyenne Bostic, can you introduce yourself?
How you doing? I'm Cheyenne Bostock.
Bostock, pardon me, thank you.
I'm a life and relationship expert, so I wanted to come and check. And I know Illy personally, so I was looking on your Eventbrite. I said, I'm there. I'm there. So I wanted to come through, but I'm here to observe it.
Okay. No, there isn't any, so thank you. Conversation catalyst, not to be confused with panelists. And that is on purpose, that is by design. Because I want this to be a full conversation open to everyone. So that is also why I wanted the room to be shaped more in the round. I want everybody to be a part of it. And these people who are in the seats, everybody's here, they're just here to jumpstart the conversation. Usually some people might have trouble with answering a question first, but their responsibility is to just answer from their own perspective. They are not experts on anything except their own truth, their own experiences. They're just gonna speak from that point of view. Some baseline for us this evening is one, we know that there are no absolutes. We don't speak in absolutes. Everybody is different. All of these men are different. And tonight's conversation is gonna be a mixture of personal and unique perspective mixed with a slight bit of generalization. Just a little, not too much. Boom. There'll be some other baselines that I'll throw in as we go, as the conversation veers and shifts. But again, this is open to everybody. So please add your 2, 3, and 4 cents to the conversation. Yes. All right. Special shout outs to my helpers over here. Love these two. We got Beans and Jen helping up on the lives. Thank you. So tell your friends. Yes, this is gonna be.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Nobody reads nothing here. Said it was gonna be recorded in your email.
Nice. Love that.
True, professionally responded, confirmed.
Nice.
Proceed.
I did it though, so.
You did. All right, so first question of the evening. I'm gonna just start with how things usually start. How do you shoot your shot? When you see a woman, I don't know what you decide about her yet. But how do you shoot your shot? And the bar is available in case y'all wanna. I should have left the tip jar for the people, but yes, go for it. How do you shoot your shot? Anybody can take that first.
Sure, I'll start.
Sorry, I know. Because I'm leaving.
It's loud.
We defer to you.
That's it. Can be giving out all my tricks now.
I'm about to touch
Tricks.
I'm not gonna lie.
You should type the question.
Like,
You should type the questions.
Yes.
I think Hitch is the best rom-com hate movie, like one of the best. It's like you create an every create environment, but it's not like you necessarily. You just gotta make stuff sing, make stuff up. So with that, conversation, I know a lot of friends, so people opinion on the limelight and all that. So social media, you just gotta kind of create an environment where you can notice, and they will respond if they're just not that. So I kind of plant the seed, and if you water it, that means you want something to grow.
First. Okay. Anybody else have similar approach, different approach, and how you make your approach?
Shooting my shot, man. Listen, y'all gonna get aggressive all the time from me. I'm bold. I might watch how you move. Like let's say I'm at a party and watch how you move. So I might whisper something in your ear while we dancing. Like I do like this 3 to 4 dance thing. Like we dance 3 to 4 times, you're mine, right? It's like, you could the way sign could have been anywhere else. And we got 4 songs back to back. Nah, so I'm just like, I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. I don't have a go-to line. I don't have a go-to scenario. I just observe. I just really observe and watch how the woman moves. the amount of guys she say no to, maybe I'm gonna say, maybe I can get in. So it's like I'm always observing. That's how it lets me shoot my shot. Like I'm observing.
Okay.
And it could be from a drink to a conversation to a dance, but the main key ingredient, I'm paying attention to how she's been moving throughout the whole night and checking her energy, her vibe.
Copy.
But the go-to line, no. It's just
Okay.
whatever comes out.
Got it.
But it's observation for me.
Cool.
For myself, I definitely want to observe. I'm looking at how she carries herself. I'm looking at what she's into, those hobbies. In passing, what's up? But yeah, in passing, every time we have dialogue, I'm like picking up whatever clues you drop. Oh, my home life is like this. This is what I do for a living. My friends are. I usually hang out with just guys. I usually hang out with just girls. I like museums. I don't like museums. Oh, I'm about to get this bag. Oh, I'm about to cook this thing. I'm like picking up on whatever it is you into to see if we in a similar vibration, so that when that time comes, it lines up like, okay, she's about bop, 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 bop. I'm about bop, 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 bing. And then I might invite you for some coffee or something calm, something neutral so you can feel extremely safe, like nothing awkward. Yo, come to my place, let's watch Netflix. That's a buzzer, eject.
I mean,
If 4 dances take us straight to the room, cool. But I'm speaking in the case of when am I gonna choose to like, okay, this is because I mean to try and shoot my shot. That's it.
Okay.
Or better yet, as a bartender, if your eye contact long enough, because women are very meticulous with the details. Yeah. So when y'all walking down the street, you see something you like, you might and tunnel vision to wherever you're going. But if that eye contact lasts even a half second longer, that means you appreciate some detail about me that open you up or allow me to then enter into your space. So
Appreciate it. Right. That's amazing. Okay. Perfect. Because not all catalysts have to answer all questions, but this is a good segue. How do you determine a good time woman from a long time?
You didn't hear from any of the ladies on that last question. You didn't hear from any of the ladies.
Oh, well, today's topic is mind of a man.
sir, this
He
is
didn't
about
read the
us.
description.
You said
that
you
I
was
wrote.
observing.
You said you was observing. Listen, I just found out about this in 30 minutes ago. I don't know what's going on. I literally searched. I said, I'm there. Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh man,
Now I get it. I was like, oh, he's not talking. But I get it. Okay.
The last question being, how do you notice the audience?
Sure. It depends on where we at, and how I'm feeling as well. Because I gotta feel confident in order to get shot at.
You know what? I like that. And that's usually 4 tequila in. That's my bulletproof. So I'm with you, bro.
You gotta have that confidence before tequila. But but it's all about how you feel, So if I'm in a good mood, I want to converse with somebody. It's not on some just sexual thing. Oh, she looks good. Let me go try to talk to her. It's gotta be a vibe. I've been walking. If I see a girl that might want to waste time going the opposite way, she might be walking past me. Like, oh, she's beautiful. She looked at me. I just feel it. Like, I want to talk to her. I feel confident. Like, let me go shoot my shot. And how I would do it is I would first introduce myself and try to make it like laughable, make her laugh. Try to be as light as possible, not too aggressive, so that way she can open up to me and she don't feel like I'm a threat. And then if she's not feeling the vibe, off of the first 5 seconds, 10 seconds of talking to somebody, you can tell like, this is not going on there. I'm gonna go to just have a good day. Appreciate this little time talking to you, But if we're sitting down in an environment like this, then I would do what they were saying. Like I would chill, see what's going on, and then see which girl I want to talk to.
Come on! Wow! Choose! Options! I love that. You absolutely yeah. That's okay. Everybody has a choice. That's gonna we're gonna circle back to that choice and options and who got more options. Anyway,
I can help you sit there, right?
Well, I already, okay, the good time to the long time.
Yeah.
Good, thank
So I think to circle back to your first question, like it is the first initial interaction with me, right? Like whether it be that long eye contact, whether it be the conversation, if you're at a bar, they bump you a certain way, like you can feel it, right? Like for the most part, you can feel it. But I think that leads to what you're asking, like what's the long time or what's the quick time?
Mhm.
And I think that initial conversation was going to tell you, well, where you meet, like at what point. Like if she's 7 kilos in and she's saying something wild, like you telling me something. I mean, but like, and then like the nature of the conversation as well. Like if we talking about Netflix and you 17 kilos in, guess what? You're chilling, right? But if it's like, hey, what do you do? Some I've heard girls like actually ask like your background, like, or for initial meet, because they just want to know what's happening with you. And if you're
like ethnicity,
like where you come from, all of that stuff, because like they're trying to read you as well. And I think that all of that goes to, at least for me, right? That tells me where your mindset is at from that. And then as you converse more, you kind of figure out like, she'll come over with you tonight, or you have to text her a couple times, and I might have to go on a couple dates to see where this is going. I mean, I think that's where the difference is.
Yes, go for it, Erica.
No, what if she was having like a girls' night and like she just happened to get drunk with her girls and it's like you approach her and it's like she's 17 kilos in. That doesn't mean she's a good time girl.
But I mean, if she's girls' night and she's trying to have a good time tonight, that's the decision she made tonight. I'm not saying that's like her. She doesn't have to be titled as a good time girl, but tonight.
But he said for that moment.
For that moment.
He don't say every day. For that moment.
For that moment, that's what she's trying to
But
have.
you're gonna put her in the category. You're gonna put her in the good time category.
Where else would he put you?
Yeah, like
You're not
But I'm just trying to have fun with my girl.
But you trying to have a good time.
No, but you had a conversation.
All right, hold on. I think it's time for our intercession baseline. So,
I'm gonna approach you that way.
What did I say about music?
One mic.
all right, so this is a good time for the extra baseline. Conscious Kickback. The way that we do it here is constructive and it's not defensive. But we do want to create space for everybody to share their truth and their perspective. That is really, really, really important to me because one, I already know this conversation can turn from 0 to 100 in 0.2 seconds. And this moment that just happened wasn't even proof I needed. Like I knew that already. I knew that when there was like 10 RSVPs in an hour, I said, oh, the people are ready to talk, boy. But I really want this. Tonight's objective is to create an opportunity for insight, an opportunity for clarity, and dare I say, understanding, just from men having room to speak their truth and their honest perspective.
Thank you.
And why I wanted it to be men is because we already have our conditioning and rearing to share, to talk. We do it in our own communities. We do it with our girls, with our parents. We does this.
We as in women.
We as in women. And I do feel like men don't always have the same spaces available to speak their truth. And definitely not in front of women. So I want to leave space for them to do their thing.
It's like we can speak our. It's like we can speak our truth to an extent. Cause look how this happened. Not to say that but women and men are really different, right? So we can try to understand stuff, but it is gonna be a little because we got different views.
1000%. So I'm encouraging. I want to encourage my fellow women in the room.
You can't handle the truth.
You
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
No. What I want to, this is my, before I give you the floor, but I don't keep it order, it's fine. A question that I had was, how much of the efficiency or like having an effective relationship, how much of that is compromised by either protecting women's feelings or how much?
I think he wanted to sit on the couch.
First of all, he didn't even know this was happening. He came from all upstairs.
I just walked by and I seen the art and I'm like, let me come in here. There's an event going on downstairs. I said, what's going on downstairs?
So now you here. How much do we lose the opportunity for effective relationship by protecting women's feelings? Period.
So wait, we skipping over the good time?
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
We've said
I'm still on that.
You want to take it? Tequila? Take
Take what? The question is that?
the question about good time. No, the good time, long time. Just so that, because we may not
I'm
circle
gonna leave
back.
that quick. It really starts with the man. It really has nothing to do with how she looks, breast, ass. Listen, if the man is in the space just for a good time, all women is on good time. And that doesn't mean ladies, you're not worth more than a good time. But if the man ain't ready, I don't care how good you look, that's where we at, and that's where all you guys are gonna be. And then it's just that simple. It really is that simple. Now to add to this point, there are moments where like I don't know if the other fellas can agree, but I'm gonna say this. There's times where like you see a woman, and let's just say you might put her on this level, right? And then like you see her talk to someone, and let's say you know the person she's talking to ain't SHIT. She gets demoted a little bit. Because it's like, you talking to him? All right. Then you sloppy a little bit. Now, we give a little grace. She could be having a good time. We're human. It's like, hey, she been sloppy all night. You get demoted a little bit, even more. So there are moments where, like, you're observing this woman. You had her on 10, and there's certain things she's doing that brings it down, brings it down. I'm not saying that that's the scarlet letter for her, that she can't, but we're talking about in this moment, be in the club, be in a bar, be in a lounge, wherever. There is a little, y'all have y'all checklist, we have ours too. You have our demerits too. And then when we actually speak to you, and it's like, oh, this is where you at? Oh, I was gonna take you on a date, now you're just gonna go to the bedroom. I've done that. I've demoted women in my mind. You don't even know. Just like women say, yo, he's could have got the drugs, but he talked himself out of it, or whatever. So it really isn't that different. It's similar, but it's different. But not. It's really
I find that
but it really starts to go back to where that man is at. And ladies, do not get offended when a man say, hey, I just want to Netflix and chill. Say thank you for telling me the truth and not wasting my time. Next. But okay, no. I'm gonna tell you. Wait. But I'm gonna tell you how we do say it.
Eric, I'm gonna put you out.
No, wait. Men do say it. Men do say it, right? Men do say it. They do say it, but I'm gonna tell you how we say it. So y'all wanna know how?
Yeah.
There's way we so you may ask a guy what your intentions, right? Right? Because you wanna know. Oh, I'm just chilling. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna get to know you. Yeah. He said chilling and good time. Man, he said chilling and good time. That is a lot. Now, bro. Let me tell you, if a man wants to get to know you, ain't no chilling and good time. Okay. When are you available? What's your schedule looking like? I'm feeling you. I want to get to know you. Okay. That's what I'm saying. When we say chilling and good time, that's like you said you can handle it because when a girl asked me was chilling and good time, I said I want to fuck. Oh, why you so abrasive? Well, man, that's me. Yeah, but say I want to fuck,
It never works.
It's never rewarded.
but when I say I want to,
That I gotta disagree with you.
when I say I want to fuck, I was too much. You asked me to break down what fuck means.
So this is what I'm hearing, which is actually a gem of insight, I think, for all women. The gem is, it's in his language.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes, the body language. Too.
I get all that,
Yeah.
but I think the words that men choose to say will, if I'm gonna lean on a man's word and what he chooses to say to me next as an indicator of his intention, which I think how we just talked about it was really clear. A lot of men, language is gonna be, I'm just feeling energy right now. I'm just trying to, that
Going
is.
with the flow is the worst.
So that is an indicator for us as women to instead of reading what we may want,
Exactly.
that
Potential.
instead of reading the potential of it or reading like, okay, thinking that there's flexibility for that to shift. No, take that for what that is. And then the other piece, which will be another question, because we done went 3 different ways, and you guys are confusing me, so I need everybody to slow down. Is the intent of saying, when are you available? I literally, yes, when are you available? That is, to me, more of a clearer indicator that somebody is interested. Question, is it safe to say that a person will make room for what?
Yes.
Yes.
They want.
Yeah.
Let her just finish the question for the team.
Yeah. Jeopardy, your buzzer would have stopped working, all right?
What is yes though?
What is slow your roll? But yes, I think baseline is a man, a woman, a person will make time for who and what they want, period.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, I'm gonna ask this question to Drew, because Drew, I know everybody does a lot of things, and that's the other thing that kind of blows mine, is when people say that they're busy. We're all busy. We're all busy. Because, so you said not really? We're all busy.
I'm not busy. I just don't.
And so, with somebody who, hi, excuse me, hi, hello. Sorry. I know this has become like a club. Y'all can relax. I got like 51 more questions. For somebody who has tons on the plate, full-time job, good co-like club, a mentorship program, a social life, passport society, how do you make room? How do you make room for someone, or how do you make it clear that you are interested to someone, and how do you make room in your schedule to do that?
Love that question, right?
You're welcome.
One, I found it to be a double standard when a man is busy versus when a woman is busy. In my personal day, like, it's like, yo, y'all love that line, you make time for what you want to make time for.
Is that not a fact?
That is a fact.
Okay.
But when it's on the flip side, it's like I'm grinding, I'm in my grind season. It's like, I feel like it's a double standard. Dating in general is a double standard. It is what it is. We are held to a standard, y'all are held to a standard. It is what it is.
Agreed.
My life experience, oh, you busy, but you go on Instagram. You busy, but you doing next week. You busy. It's like, you want to be held to, you women on dating, you want to be held a priority above elsewise, but I can't hold them accountable for the same thing. That's been my life. That's been my lived experience.
Okay.
1, 2. How do I make time for things? Honestly, you make time. But I will say this, right? My lived experience also has been like, yo, I got an hour tomorrow, let's grab lunch. And some women be like, I've literally seen, oh, that's so sweet, you make time for an hour and squeeze me into the schedule.
You got an hour, just be
I
like,
do.
hey.
I got an hour.
We don't want the honesty.
True.
We don't want the honesty. We don't want the honesty.
Like, yo, like, I'm literally, there's 2 types of women in this world.
Okay.
Like, people who will accept the time that you like, and it's not accept the time. You know I'm busy. Like, y'all know me. Y'all know me. And it's like, yo, listen, this is the time I got. So, yo, I'm a spontaneous person, and it's not. You're not a last minute thing, But don't interpret, that's your own shit that you gotta unpack and deal with. Like, you think that because I made the plan the day before, or I'll let you know, but tomorrow 1 o'clock, I'll let you know. Like, as a lack of thing, when it's literally like, yo, I got a lot going on. I'm gonna see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So my thing is, this is like, sometimes sometimes y'all be at worst on me. Cause y'all coming with this like predisposed thing of, it gotta be this guy, that guy, that guy, that, and y'all your worst enemy sometimes. And I'm literally talking about my lived experience.
Yes.
Where women out there have like, oh, last week was on some shit. I'm like, I wasn't, it's the same Drew, but like, you just understand that I wasn't lying. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, don't talk yourself the same way we shouldn't talk ourselves out of box. Don't miss you out on blessings because you have this predisposed checklist of things that happen when it comes to certain shit. My lived experience.
That's fine. Hold on, Oliver.
I'm just doing it.
Must-
Nothing to say.
Yes.
So, my dating experience, I've dated like many busy men, right? Yes. Quote unquote busy men. And I've had several experiences. I've had, yes, busy. Because again, you make time. Because you make time for what it is that you want to make time for. So my experience has been like, I've dated busy men who have like, you know, these jobs or whatever, and they do exactly that. Like they fit you in where they can fit you in, and you're supposed to be grateful that they were able to fit you in. But I've also dated busy men who know they're busy, so they plan ahead. They're like, I know I'm busy. I want to see you. I want to see you on this day at this time. You know, you know what I mean? I want to see you on this day at this time. I want to see you here. You know what I mean? They make the plans. Correct. And then there's these busy people who like, oh, I can't. And it's, you know what I mean? Like there's different ones, but like my preference is somebody who's going to plan ahead. Somebody who is okay with saying, you know what, I want to see you, so I'm not going to work overtime today because I want to see you. You know what I mean? And that's who I'm fucking with. I'm not fucking with the person who's trying to squeeze me in and I'm supposed to be appreciative because they squeeze me in for an hour. Like, fuck that shit.
So you want the guy that's not working?
Yes, if you're serious about me, you're okay with that.
We'd rather him give up work to hang out with you.
But also, if we're serious and we're looking to build something more whatever, I'm not asking you to do that every fucking day.
At least once in a while, he should.
But every once in a while, once a week, once every other week, you can skip working overtime and make time to be with me.
And the reality is, I think
No, she didn't say miss work. She said miss overtime.
Overtime.
Don't stay there.
I heard a lot. Hold on, so I'm gonna let you respond. I'm gonna let you respond, and then I'm gonna circle it back.
I don't know you.
Hello?
No, she said that they've been talking and building.
Like if we're serious, if we're looking to do something.
Conversation.
So on the onset, and this is what can I actually, I want to poll the room. I'm gonna poll the room. Hi. Yeah, we're here. I know y'all. This one over here. I want to poll the women in the room because this is who ran you, boy? Women, you meet someone, you exchange information. How much time is allotted before you're expecting for a plan to meet up is made? Thank you.
That's a full answer. Like quote on and quote.
So my question is, that's it. And now give it an actual timetable.
So that
Hold on. I'm gonna give Roxanne and then I'm gonna go to you.
That is dependent on energy. We meet, right? We exchange information. We're talking, texting, calling. Within a week's time, make something happen because we've met each other already. Because we were talking about different situations, like, you know, meeting somebody on a dating app, right? It's probably a longer talking period. You gotta make sure this person is a real person. They're not catfishing you, all of that. But if you've met in person, you've had an interaction, you felt the energy in person, and now you're talking to get to know the person a little more. If you have interest, it should be within a week.
Good.
That's the time frame.
I just want to say, women, Is that something that we can all agree with?
Yes, I testify to
The date doesn't have to happen that week, but you're making
The
plans.
plans
Like,
within the
if you're a busy person, like, hey, I have time 2 weeks from now on this date. Let's do this. That should happen in a week's conversation.
Goals, cut.
I had a quick question then for the women in the audience. In this time, in this age now, with us having to really acknowledge your agency, your autonomy, and you guys being equal to men, is it okay then if we don't plan and then let y'all plan within that week? Is it like?
No, they don't want that. No, bro, they don't want that.
I thought she smelled shit.
It is, but that's a risk.
That's a question.
That's a risk.
Are you fine with planning within the week? Are you the only woman in here that?
Yes, she is.
There's
It's
two.
a risk.
I see shaky hands. Someone said
The answer is
absolutely
no.
nothing.
So for me,
I confirm, Drew, there's a double standard in dating, so we've established that.
no.
There's clearly a double standard in dating.
I do not think, when Drew made the point that there is a double standard in dating, there's a double standard in life.
Yes.
And that is because of roles, expectations, and I don't think it's fair or valid to pretend like they don't exist.
Okay, so as long as we're in this space, we are acknowledging there are double standards and that there are roles that we play.
Yes.
What are the roles of women?
First of all,
I mean,
I already said.
if we are in this room and we're having this consciousness, two best things the same way. It's like, let me go for it. Let's go for it. I got an answer. So, okay. So in the world that we create, that we inhabit, we essentially have agreed within a week, us as the men will plan the date. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Out of the women in this room, only 2 raised their hand to say, I can definitely plan a date. So it's safe to say a majority would prefer that the man do it. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
So, yes, however.
The first date is planned by the man?
Yes.
Who said that?
The
Who
first
said
one.
that?
Now,
Thank you.
You want to see my creativity? Okay.
I want Sabrina to talk. I love Carrie and Tillman energy. She's gonna be the first.
Now,
She's gonna be the
I'm
first.
gonna
I
reclaim the reins on this only because,
We got more.
while I respect the question,
Okay.
the objective for today
Okay.
is to hear from men.
Got you. You're right.
Because we are willing to talk all night about what we think makes sense to us, about why we think it's valid. If y'all would like that, if y'all want to actually hear that, which in my honest to God truth, I personally don't think men really want to know or care to know. I think they'd rather just like flow and be like, let me just do it one at a time. I don't need to be in a room full of y'all to know what y'all really want to do. But this space on tonight, October 22nd, here, this moment, this moment tonight, August 22nd, is designed for men to share their perspective. So, thank you, and I will be inviting J. Fox to get the other brown seat with me, and then we can do that, but not tonight. Yes, you want to ask a question? I need y'all to write these questions down, because tonight is not about y'all. Oh, sorry. I'm a woman too.
We don't take questions to the end.
Say it again.
You ask the question, do we say questions to the end? Or?
No. I do want it to be, like I said, I do want it to be all encompassing, but I thought that his question was going to be another poll to the people in the entire space. But in the effort to get more male perspective, the male vantage point on how you perceive this thing. Like what I just heard, which is interesting, is you might want to plan, or you might say, I got this amount of time tomorrow. To me, I think that's really short notice. And I know that they're busy, but my perspective is that of Kristen that will say, well, don't give me short notice. I know you're busy, I respect it. You could give me Thursday, you can give me Saturday, you can give me next week Tuesday. But I do want something because I know for me, I work best knowing that there's a plan and that I am gonna see you and that it's not just in limbo. So as if you want a woman's perspective, I will say I'm just one
He had a
woman.
question that you even let him ask.
Go for the question.
First
of all,
he didn't ask that question.
I know, sorry. I apologize.
And I didn't say I wouldn't make a plan for next week, but sometimes, I'm not going back.
Got it. Life's crazy.
But fellas.
Whoa.
Sorry.
In a relationship, whose feelings are prioritized?
Mine, because I love myself. And I gotta put that out there because as much as I have to be sensitive to what you're feeling, at the end of the day, I was born by myself, I died by myself, and what I need out of this relationship is gonna require me to tap into my shit. And sometimes I have to obviously be considerate, but if I gotta put a break on something, yo, I'm not feeling that, I'm not enjoying that, I have to want those first. Unfortunately for me in the past, I was the type to be right away, the whole situation. Here you go, it's all right, we'll figure it out, I'll stomach it. And as men, we stomach a lot. You go, I got it, whatever. But you don't want to get to a point where it's gone so far, whatever this action is, whatever this feeling is, that you resent the person or you act out in a way that's completely, whoa, where is this coming from? Why are you telling me this? I gotta just, for myself, in the stage I am in my life, nah, fuck that. I don't like what you're doing. Because I love myself that much. Yeah, I got to. Because you're not gonna take care of it. If you're not trying to be. I'll stop. But yeah, I gotta put myself first, always.
Sir?
Nah, I do agree with him. In a relationship, you definitely gotta be emotionally selective in terms of knowing what matters to you, what you value, and what you're going to speak on, or things that you're like, okay, man, I don't need to worry about that. But things that are valuable, important, that related to your values, your identity, how you see yourself as a man, or things that you have to accomplish to make sure that you set the goals that you have for yourself. If there's any form of challenges within the relationship that are infringing that, you have to say something, because what's gonna happen? You don't want to be bitter. You don't want to be just every time you're irritated, you're frustrated because that one moment you had to express yourself in that date. So I agree with you 100%.
Thank you. Chris?
I agree as well. I think for all of us, when we're in relationships and when we're in any situation, as individuals, we should always put ourselves first, because if we don't put ourselves first, then we can't do anything for anyone, right? And for me as a woman, if I'm going to be in a relationship with a man, I want him to lead. So I need him to take care of himself before he takes care of me, because how is he supposed to lead? How is he supposed to lead me if he's not taking care of himself? You know what I mean? He's not doing what he got to do for him. He can't do shit for me, and that's just what it is. So yes, put yourself first. Period. Always. And then from there, if you value me and you understand what it is that I present to this situation that's going to help you and what it is that you're looking to do, then I need you to secondarily make sure that I'm being taken care of, so I can continue to help you in what it is that you're trying to do, so that we can, as a unit, be moving forward and do whatever the fuck we're doing.
Got it. Thank you. My next question, so many different ways. The point that you just made, Chris, brings me to a thought that I've had about what makes a man decide to shift. What makes a man decide to shift relationship status? If there's someone that you've been talking to, how we define all the different terms and levels.
You mean if we're sleeping with each other?
Let's say y'all have been getting to know each other. I think sex kind of gets bled into different phases at different times. So y'all are just dating.
No. But you still have to add. There's still some things. If you're dating or be fucking, not fucking, that adds elements. Yes, it does.
I'm going to say there is sex involved because
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna assume.
Don't
Let's
assume.
just say,
No,
okay, all right.
No assume.
No, it's fine.
Make
There is sex
yourself-
involved. There is sex involved. You guys have gone on multiple dates. This has been a thing.
No.
My only reflection is my only reflection. It's not one minute. I mean, I know evil.
So at what point, I see your question though. At what point, what triggers us to go from that situation to a full-on relationship with claiming each other?
Yes.
That's the question?
That is the question.
I'll let y'all answer. I'll answer.
I want to answer this.
Go ahead.
I need science.
You said what?
I need science.
Men talking, right? You need something.
Ooh, okay. Go for it. No.
I thought that was already the answer. Right?
So what makes a man decide we've been dating and been having sex, protected, unprotected, to now go to we are together? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. I'm explaining. Once again, depends where that man is. It is that simple. If that man ain't ready, he ain't ready. We don't need sex. We don't need raw sex. We don't need that much to say, you know what, I'm interested. I want to really pursue you actively and be on it. I don't believe in having sex with you and then make you my girl, because then that means I feel like the sex was the catalyst. Well, I should want you for you. I should want you
really
for
believe
you.
that though?
Yeah, no, speaking for me. You asked me. Remember, this is my truth.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for Drew. I'm not speaking for him or no one.
Okay.
But if I need sex to determine or extra additive, you are worth. No, because what happened one day when the sex don't hit? Then what? Oh, you're not good anymore? No. If we have that bond, I had some of the most significant bond without sex happening first. It did happen, but I've had some moments where months happened, no sex. That bond was so much harder to walk away from than us having sex in the first night. Now, that doesn't mean looking at her because we had sex in the first night, oh and all that. No. I like things easy. I like soft life. Because that means you on the same page. You're on the same page. I don't need that 90-day rule. Don't give me that 90. For me, don't give me that 90-day rule. I'm saying we're adults. We won't divide. But you added, I'm going to basically a scenario. We've been dating, there's the sex. I met your family. I don't mean nothing. If the man ain't ready, he ain't ready.
So will a man or have men lost women because of timing? Like, would you have had a quality, or have you had a quality woman slip past you because?
No, what's for me? I'm gonna tell you why. What's for me is for me. What's for me is for me because I did meet someone and I've been single since 2012, right? And I met a lot of amazing women, but I just wasn't ready to receive that. And for some reason, I met someone. I'm still single, but I met someone that we dealt and we dated, and it was timing. I was at a stage where, like, I didn't know I was ready to receive, but I said, oh shit, I like this. I love it here. Now, still at work, so we're friends. We're no longer a thing. But all those other women, no. It wasn't a slight to them. It wasn't about the sex. No